Montale's Arabians Tonka. Is this fragrance worth the hype, or is it all just paid influencer nonsense? Today I'm going to tell you everything that you want to know about this fragrance, if this fragrance is right for you, and if I actually enjoy this fragrance, because let's be honest, when I first smelled it, I didn't have the best things to say, but has it grown on me? Today we're going to find out. But before we do, I'm going to go over the presentation. Montale's Strong Point. So as you can see here with the box, this box looks pretty nice. It's very luxuriously gold colored, and it looks, I mean, there's better boxes, let's just be real, but it does say the name of the fragrance, the name of the company, and it does say concentration and 100 ml. On the back, you do get the ingredients and information there, but I think that the best part of this cool presentation is when you crack this sucker open and you pull out the innards. The bottle comes in this little sleeve. Yes, it does come in this sleeve. So, I mean, I don't know what to do with these things. They just keep adding up and I keep getting these sleeves and I really don't know what to do with them, but hey, you get a sleeve, so it's pretty cool. Montale's Arabians Tonka was perfumed by Pierre Montale. It was made in 2019 and it was made in France. This is Eau de Parfum concentration and this bottle is 100 ml. The batch code is written on the bottom somewhere, K0801. So this bottle, I like the presentation. It really kind of confused me at first. You get kind of like that grenade style pin, you know, like you would get out of, like, let's say a spice bomb, but this one's a little bit cooler, kind of Montale little thing there, and then it's just sits under the atomizer so it doesn't press on you. Now when you look at the bottle in itself, by the way, I have to take that off because it does get rather annoying and loud. On the front, it looks basically to me like there's a horse kind of going through a desert, like you're riding a horse through Arabia. That's kind of what it looks like to me. One of my best color combinations, so I do like the presentation of this. If you get your bottle, this is something you need to know because I looked like an idiot and I still laugh at myself, to be honest. Montale bottles are made of aluminum, not glass. So it's gonna feel very light in your hands. It's gonna feel like this bottle is empty or half empty, or like someone sold you a not full bottle. So just roast me in the comments below. I can take it, trust me. But atomizer, the atomizer is not the best. It's still good. It's not as good as their, let's say, Mancera fragrances, but that's fine. I mean, it still works. But the scent profile, that's something we got to discuss. So before I discuss what I smell, let's go over the listed notes on the most trusted source. Fragrantica is so trustworthy. Let's look at the notes, okay? So they list the top notes as being saffron and bergamot, middle notes oud and Bulgarian rose, base notes of tonka, sugarcane, amber, white musk, and oak moss. Some of these are kind of there and some of them are not, but let's discuss what I smell. Okay, this is where I say that this fragrance actually grew on me, because when I originally sprayed this fragrance on in my first impressions video, I thought it just kind of smelled like BR 540, like a little bit like less feminine, kind of more masculine BR 540. That's what I kind of thought, right? Then the next couple times I smelled this, I thought it just smelled like you spilt beer on cardboard. And I do kind of get that weird scent profile in the backdrop. I do still think that it has a little bit of this, but it did progress and it grew on me as I wore it a couple times a lot. Like this has one of the best redemption arcs to any fragrance listed on this channel so far, because that scent profile did grow on me. It's just something I had to grow into. I don't know why, I just didn't like it at first. So when you first spray it on, yes, you do get kind of this almost creaminess, like from vanilla and tonka combination that almost gives it this creamy, nutty combination. To me, in the opening, I actually don't get the oud. I know some people say they do, but personally I don't. And then this is being surrounded by this rose. This rose is absolutely beautiful, not the center point of this fragrance. So people who are scared of florals, don't be scared of this, because there's actually kind of a good balance with the rose. I can guarantee some will be kind of turned off because it does start off like just a sweet bomb, right? As this sits on you, it does kind of become a little bit smokier and woodier, which I'm picking up on. So I do think that there's a oud in here. It's not the most like natural smelling oud, but I think that's where I'm getting that woody smokiness from that kind of comes through and starts to show its head more into the late dry down. This is a sensual, bold, mysterious scent profile. That's the best way to describe it. When I spray this on, it just gives me this boost of confidence, which is something that I love when fragrances can do. If I spray this on, I know I'm gonna project, I know it's gonna smell good to people, and this is absolutely a fishing for compliments type of scent profile. If that's what you're into, this is an absolutely perfect fragrance for that, because it does smell very attractive. It's something that guys and girls can both wear though, in my opinion. This is kind of a unisex fragrance. I thought that this is gonna be a aggressive masculine type of fragrance with a name like Arabians Tonka. I was kind of just expecting like this spicy Middle Eastern fragrance, but no, picture a guy with like the skin skin tapered hair and then like tattoos all over his neck and hands and stuff like that with like kissy marks on his neck. That's who I picture wearing stuff like this. A playboy or like some guy that, you know, gets around. That's kind of what I get when I smell this fragrance. It's not something you would wear professionally. This is absolutely for getting attention. It's very bold and you want to be the center of the night. This is a fragrance for you if that sounds like something you'd like. It's a very beautiful, well-perfumed fragrance that honestly grew on me so much. This scent profile absolutely is addicting and I can totally see why people like this fragrance. Now, with all that being said, does this kind of match the performance hype that it gets? Because this is touted as one of the strongest fragrances, and Pierre Montale's brand in itself is known to be very strong. This is no exception to that. This is an absolutely very beast mode type of fragrance with longevity that lasted me anywhere in between 12 to 15 hours. This got hard to detect because it's just like carrying me into the next day, and then it's just like, wait, I still smell it, right? When you first spray this on, it does start off sickeningly sweet and cloying, absolutely fills every room that you're gonna go in, so taper these sprays down. Like, I would recommend between 3 to 5 sprays. 5 sprays if you're feeling frisky and you're just like, oh, I need to get out there. To each their own. That's my recommendation. When you first spray it on, probably like 4 to 5 feet of projection. That's lasting me like probably 30 minutes to an hour. Calms down the sweetness, and then that blend of that sophistication comes through with that woody, earthy scent profile. So this is also where I start to see a toned down, sugary Tonka feel, and it starts to become a little bit more rose dominant, and that rose is so attractive. Rose and oud go together so nicely. I would say it backs down after an hour to like 2 to 3 feet. It's gonna stay that way for about like 6 to 8 hours. I'm telling you, this is a very strong performer, so prepare for that. After that point, it does kind of just become a little bit earthier, but not too overbearingly. It stays kind of like that for the rest of the wear. Really, the only transition is between that like first hour to like 3-hour mark. That's most of the progression of this fragrance that you're gonna see. When it starts to kind of calm down and sit a little bit closer to your skin, it's still pumping. Like, you're still getting like half a foot to a foot of projection, and that's gonna last you all night before it turns into a skin scent somewhere in that range. More performance than you would ever need, lasts longer than you would ever need, and it smells amazing. This is very good price to value proposition too. I think I got this for like $139 Canadian. This is a niche fragrance. This is not a designer fragrance. Honestly, in my opinion, that's really good, but it might have even come down in price now. It's just, it is one of the most hyped niche fragrances ever. So just prepare for it to be sold out online. If I do find discounter sites that stock this, I will list it in the description. But like I said, only buy this discounted, because retail, this is like $260 Canadian for a 100 ml. I think that this is very good price value. I think that this is one of the most attractive beginner niche fragrances that you can probably get your hands on. Very good performance, very good longevity, and I think it's absolutely worth the hype. This has one of the best redemption arcs on my channel for any fragrance I've ever featured. This grew on me, and I kind of expected it to, and I gotta say I was wrong about this fragrance. With all that being said, I've hyped it up now. A lot of people have hyped it up. What am I gonna give Arabians Tonka on a scale of 1 to 10? For me, Arabians Tonka gets a 9 out of 10. I think that they need to do some private blend of this fragrance, or even make like an intense and then just like bring out the smoky aspects, and this could be like a 9.5. Let me know, guys, what you think of Arabians Tonka, and definitely check out my review for Mancera's Red Tobacco here, which is also a very good fragrance. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm gonna wear this tonight. But don't forget to go over here. I'll see you over there.